Good morning, y'all. I hope you slept well. Oof. I had some dreams. I did indeed. And there's a few messages that I have. The saying came to me. All is fair in love and war. All is fair in love and war. Such a profound statement. And I know generally everybody's heard all is fair in love and war. But there's a total different spiritual meaning behind it. And we're going to unpack it. The phrase implies that love and in battle, the usual rules don't apply. People do whatever it takes to win, often without regard for truth, morality, and consequence. And that's the truth. That is the truth. Spiritually, though, the Word of God teaches us. This is where the profound comes in. The weapons of warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. 2 Corinthians 10:4. I was pulled into a war not of my choosing. You didn't pick the battlefield of retaliation, digital stalking, betrayal, loss of reputation, but you chose to fight differently. Not with lies, not with manipulation or revenge, but with truth, faith, and discernment. Your story proves that when others fight dirty, you can stand on righteous and still win. Stand on righteous and still win. And that's where it comes into play. All's fair in love and war. Right? You don't meet them at the battlefield. They so graciously present. And you can put this into play in any walk of your life. Any walk of your life. Career field, family, friends, marital, relationships, whatever. Fill in the blanks that resonates with you. Fill in the blanks what resonates with you. And for me, although I know there's a war that's been waged against me, I don't meet them on the battlefield that they've so graciously created for me. I don't. Not at all. I just love. I love and forgive. I don't defend. I have nothing to defend myself from. God's my defender. The Most High, Source, Spirit. They're my defender. You know, and you get to a place in your life where you have to recognize that. People wage wars against you. Everybody has a war waged against us right now. I mean, just look at everything that's going on with the government. Our entire government's turning on us. For entertainment purposes only. I mean, everybody's facing different wars and challenges in their life. You know? And at the end of the day, you have to recognize that all's fair in love and war. You know? And the way that you take the stronghold back is you meet them with love. You don't bite back. You don't choose manipulation with manipulation, lies with lies, coercion with coercion, bribery with bribery, betrayal with betrayal. You don't meet them there. You rise above it. You know, I see so many videos on my For You page talking about you don't look like what you've been through. People think this, people think that. I know that. I've been told that my entire life. You know, what are you supposed to look like? Exactly. You know, you can't wear it on the outside. I've just never been one that has a pity party. You know, and don't get me wrong, I'm in my feelings. I have feelings. I just keep it all inside. I work through it in my mind. I can go through the worst situation, literally be called the worst names in the book by loved ones that you would like die for. And then I can turn around and go to work. And, you know, you can definitely tell in me that it's weighing heavy on me, but I would never project that. You would never know that. I would never be angry. I'd never be bitter. I've just never been that person. I don't know. I just wear pain differently. And I think it's because I've embodied all fair is love and war. You know, if I'm walking through a certain situation, well, there's a reason God has me walking through it. And if it's people calling me names and people doing things in the back, well, then there's stuff for me to gain there. You know, if you look at everything like that, I think that you lose a victim mentality. And then you won't look like what you've been through. You'll look good. And that'll really cream their Twinkie. When they throw everything at you under the kitchen sink and you still look good, oh, they don't like that. They don't want you looking good. So, that's how you win the war. You know, you go through, you heal, and you learn to love yourself. Love yourself. And you figure out why you're in this war. Why do you feel like you have to defend yourself? You don't have to defend yourself. Not by any means. Everybody throws darts. Everybody throws swords. Everybody's broken. We live in a broken world. And they want you to stay broken. They want you to stay mad. They want you to not heal. They want you to look like poop. So you get mad at other people that don't look like poop. It's really a domino effect. Everything's competing and comparing. It's the American way. And deducting. And corruption. And lies. And not taking accountability. It's all the American way. You look up American, and these days, all those are like right there in the dictionary. Why? Because the government is setting forth that. They're setting by example. For entertainment purposes only. I'm more than aware that I'm on watch lists and crap like that. None of that bothers me no more. You know, instead of working with me, people work against me. It's a story of my life. And God saw that coming. But anyways, you know, all's fair in love and war. And it really is. You have to look at it like that. Don't play the victim mentality. You know, when people wage wars against you, and you can fill in the blanks for any kind of war. You know, manipulation, gaslighting, just hurt behavior, unhealed behavior, because it's really all it stems from. At the end of the day, it's all it stems from is unhealed and hurt behavior. It really is. And when you become one with yourself, like truly one with yourself, no matter what people throw at you, no matter what projections are, no matter what silent war you're walking through, none of it matters. You have the strength to withstand it. And you recognize that it has nothing to do with you. You're only a mirror. You're only a mirror. And that's my biggest downside and gift at the same time, because I'm a mirror. A lot of people get fluffered when it comes to me because I'm mirroring them. And it's a hard truth. A lot of people don't like to truly look in the mirror. There's a lot of vain people out here that do like to look in the mirror, and they like to, you know, do all their stuff, but they don't truly like to look in the mirror. They don't truly like to look into their soul, into their heart, into their characteristics. And when you have somebody that lives happy, lives joyful, lives in love, lives in a higher vibration, doesn't let the going get her down, doesn't allow what follows her to get her down, doesn't play the victim mentality, takes everything on the chin. Yeah, it ruffles people's feathers and then looks a certain way, acts a certain way. My looks have always been my detriment when it comes to certain things. It really has, and it sucks. It's helped me forge to become numb to hate. It really has. It's unfortunate, but we live in a world where people are just so hurt and broken that they take your looks and they take it with a magnifying glass because they're broken inside, they're unhealed, they're insecure, and they throw darts for no reason. No reason. Just because you look a certain way. Literally. Could you imagine going to God and having a conversation about that? God, hear me out. I know I wasn't a great person to this person. All right. I know I did not nice things, but you have to understand. It's the way that they look. They look a certain way. They talk a certain way, and it rubbed me the wrong way. So it gave me the green light to go be a mean person. And I know you understand that, God. I mean, come on. Me saying this out loud is just ridiculous. It really is. I mean, but really, in the grand scheme of things, you have to think like that. You know what I mean? When you find yourself in a place of doing XYZ, fill in the blanks for yourself, you have to imagine having conversations with God, the Most High Spirit, Source, because the day will come. The day will come. And you're going to have to figure out how to take accountability for your actions that you took on earth. You have to figure out the words you're gonna say, because the accountability will come. I love you guys. I got another video too. I have two or three messages today. Love you.